Okay, dear students, today we will try to understand about the thermodynamic parameters of micellization. Thermodynamic parameters are basically Gibbs free energy of micellization, change in enthalpy of micellization, and change in entropy of micellization. And other related parameters can also be calculated using these three parameters. Okay, you know already from previous lectures that the Gibbs free energy, which is basically related to this expression delta G degree, this is delta G degree or delta G naught micellization is equal to RT ln of chi CMC. Here CMC is in mole fraction units, which is basically equal to CMC upon 55.5. That is, if you have taken the aqueous medium, 55.5 plus CMC, that is CMC in mole fraction unit. But this equation is basically valid for only non-ionic. So you have to remember, for non-ionic surfactants where there are no counter ions, so standard free energy of micellization is related by this expression. There will be no counter ions involved, so RT ln of chi CMC. But if you are supposed to calculate the delta G degree or the change in Gibbs free energy micellization for ionic surfactants. Ionic surfactants, I mean by that is cationic or anionic surfactants. If you have 1:1 electrolyte, 1:1 means suppose if you have SDS, sodium dodecyl sulfate, one is negatively, head is negatively charged and counter ion is Na positive. So no divalent ion, it is simply a 1:1 type of electrolyte, KCl, NaCl. You can say that is 1:1. One negative charge on head group, one positive charge on the counter ion. That is simply called a 1:1 type of electrolyte, but in case of ionic surfactants. So for those cases, ionic surfactants which include both cationic as well as anionic, their free energy of micellization is related by this expression. What is this? RT 1 plus 1 minus alpha. Alpha here it is degree of ionization or dissociation of counter ions. That means you have to introduce this part only into this equation here. You will see the difference between the two for these ionic surfactants. Now this is simply 1 plus 1, it will be 2, so it will be 2 minus alpha. So you can change the natural logarithm to log also. Here it will be log, sorry, here it is log of, that means 2.303 RT 2 minus alpha log of chi CMC. Okay, you know these terms. Alpha is simply degree of ionization of counter ions and chi CMC is mole fraction of surfactant. Okay, but in this is CMC in mole fraction units. Okay, so the these were the two cases. Now we will focus on one more thing here, that suppose now the counter ions are divalent. I have told you that if the head group is containing single negative charge and suppose Na positive is there, this is a 1:1 type of electrolyte. But suppose if head group contains double negative charge, so it will be or single negative charges. There will be two these surfactant ions, and this can be counterbalanced by suppose calcium dipositive. Okay, so this is basically a divalent ion. This is divalent counter ion here. For these divalent counter ions, what you have to do? You have to simply divide this term 1 minus alpha by 2, because this contains double positive charge. That is why you have to make it half. So it will be again 2.303 RT 1 plus 1 minus alpha upon 2 log of chi CMC. So note the difference between the three. First was for non-ionic, Second was for ionic, but 1:1 electrolyte. This is for divalent counter ion. Suppose calcium a counter ion which contains double positive charge, double negative charge. So we know also from Gibbs-Helmholtz equation that this free energy of micellization is related to this expression. So it is delta H degree micellization minus T delta S degree micellization. Now, how to find this change in entropy of micellization? What we basically do, we actually plot free energy versus temperature. That means delta G upon temperature, and the slope. This becomes the slope differential of delta G degree micellization upon dt. This becomes equal to negative of delta S degree of micellization. So that means if you want to calculate the entropy of micellization, simply use the differential with respect to first differential with respect to temperature. Suppose a reading was done at 25 degree, that means 298 Kelvin. You have to take the temperature in Kelvin scale. Okay. Now this equation is basically valid. This equation, if delta H degree micellization is constant over the temperature range. Suppose what we have taken the temperature for the experimental conditions, if that is constant, then this equation is valid. Also we can take other equation into consideration to calculate the free energy of enthalpy of micellization. That we then we have to take the, this is temperature square, differential of delta G degree micellization upon temperature, then upon with respect to temperature, then you can calculate minus delta H degree micellization also. Okay, so this equation is basically valid. This equation, if this one that means the entropy of micellization is constant over the temperature range investigated. Okay, so these relations are basically, they strictly correct only, they are basically correct only when the variation in aggregation number of micelles with temperature is negligible. That means if the aggregation number of micelles does not change, then this equation is valid. Okay, so these equations you have to follow. Now we will move, these were the three equations, that means for non-ionic, ionic and for divalent. So these equations are available. Now we will move towards a new topic, that is called mixed micellization. This is very important topic, and it contains very important concepts. For example, suppose now first our topic is mixed micelle formation in the mixture of two surfactants. Now you have to take two surfactants. Suppose you have two surfactants. Suppose this is surfactant 1. You have dissolved this surfactant S1 into this beaker and S2 into this beaker, and you have increased the concentration up to a limit minimum concentration where they have formed the micelles. I have just shown you here these two structures, but these are of two micelles. That means two surfactants. That means you will mix these two individual surfactants. That this is surfactant 1, this is surfactant 1. Suppose it is CMC. It is written as C1M, or you can simply write as CMC1. CMC, you can simply write as CMC1 if you don't get this term here. It is simply the CMC of that means micellization of first surfactant, CMC of one surfactant. Suppose this is C2M is represented for CMC of second surfactant. Now when you mix two different surfactants, what we basically observe in day-to-day life, that detergents, they are basically mixed surfactants. They can be applied to suppose various dirts, and altogether one type of surfactant may not be good for removing the different types of dirts and all that, but we use a combination of these surfactants. So those are simply called as mixed surfactant. Detergent is basically a mixed that can contain both anionic and cationic surfactants also. Now, now here what we are doing here, simply mixing two surfactants. That means one surfactant and second surfactant. Okay, we will get an intermediate surfactant. That means the surfactant between the two. That means, suppose I have shown you with the red and this blue line is, suppose this is surfactant second, this is surfactant one, they can form the mixed micelle. So if we want to find the CMC of this micelle, it will be, it can be intermediate between the two micelles, two individual surfactants, or it can be higher than this. So there are basically two terms related to this type of aggregation or this type of associated colloid. For example, it is CMC. That means the mixed CMC is now represented as C12. That means now we have added surfactant 1 and surfactant 2 together. They have formed a micelle, and whose, suppose CMC is simply written as C12. M is nothing, it is micellization. You can also simply write it as CMC12. Suppose you have added CMC1 plus CMC2, they will give rise to this CMC12. That means it will be a CMC of the mixture or intermediate, which has been formed from by mixing CMC, the surfactant 1 and surfactant 2. Okay, this was a little bit background about the mixed micellization. Now there are basically important terms related to this mixture. First is called synergism, very, very important. What is this synergism? Now, if this intermediate CMC, that means the CMC of the mixture, which we have represented by C12M. When we added two surfactants together, they formed an intermediate CMC. Suppose that CMC is represented by C12M. If this C12M is basically less than the individual CMCs of the surfactants. That means this CMC, critical micelle concentration, if we have added different ratios of surfactant 1, suppose 20 molar, then this is suppose 80 molar, and now we are changing the mole fraction here, or ratio. Suppose now we add 40 and 60, and similarly 60, 40, and we actually also determine it as CMC. If we find this type of situation where the intermediate CMC, that means the mixture CMC, is less than individual CMCs, then we can say that there is basically a positive interaction or synergism between. That means these two surfactants, they mix readily to form a mixed micelle. That means mixed micellization is favorable, or you can say simply synergism of these surfactants. One more term is here, that is called as antagonism, or this is also called as negative synergism. If this is positive synergism, this will be antagonism, is simply opposite. In this case, the intermediate CMC or the CMC of the mixed micelle is basically greater than the individual CMCs. Here you will see, I have written here, intermediate CMC is now, that means when we mixed two surfactants, their CMC was greater than the individual CMCs. Then in these cases we say that there are antagonistic type of interactions. That means there will be actually repulsions between the surfactants, some type of repulsions. That means the micelle, is mixed micelle, will not be formed readily. Okay, so now there is very important relation which we can calculate theoretically using this equation for this mixture. Suppose this is the mixture of, suppose we have to calculate the intermediate CMC. First we will take a surfactant 1 whose CMC is C1M, and this is surfactant 2 whose critical micelle concentration is C2M. Okay, we will mix them and to find this intermediate CMC. This is the relation which will govern this type of mixture. That means 1 by CMC of this mixture is basically equal to alpha. Alpha is nothing. Here it is not degree of dissociation. You have to remember it is mole fraction of surfactant 1. What mole? Suppose if we have surfactant 1 here, S1 and S2. We are first taking it is suppose 0.2 moles, 0.2 mole fraction of 1 and 0.4 mole fraction of second. Okay, so this is the mole fraction of 1. So we will represent it simply by alpha. Mole fraction of only surfactant 1. You have to consider only 1. Second can be, because you know in a mixture total mole fraction will be equal to 1. So it will be for second it will be 1 minus alpha. Okay, F1, these are activity coefficients for surfactant 1 and surfactant 2. Okay. Here these I have explained these terms here, the different meaning of these. Suppose alpha, it is mole fraction of surfactant 1 in the solution phase, and 1 minus alpha is mole fraction of surfactant second. Okay, now here also F1 is activity coefficient of surfactant 1, F2 is activity coefficient of surfactant second. We will now use another model that is sometimes called a regular solution equations. That is basically a model given by Rubin. Rubin, which actually relates this mixed type of micellization. What he has found that when we take the natural logarithm of first natural logarithm of F1 activity of first, it will be equal to beta 1 minus chi1 whole square. Very important relation. Next is ln F2 is related to beta chi1 whole square. What is beta here? This is called interaction parameter. Sometimes a simple question is asked to calculate the interaction parameter. You can calculate by using these equations or by using a single equation if the mole fraction of surfactant 1 is given and the activity coefficient is also given. This equation can also be transformed into, if you take ln natural logarithm to this side, it will turn out to be into the exponential form. That means you can write it as f1 is basically equal to exponential, and by using scientific calculator you can calculate exponential into beta into 1 minus chi1 whole square. That means simply you can transform this equation into by taking just this natural logarithm to this side, or by simply multiplying by the exponential. Exponential and logarithm will go, and here it will be exponential e raised power beta into 1 minus chi1 square. Similarly, for this equation you can also, or just keep this equation as such what is written here. So what is beta now? Beta is interaction parameter. It is very important parameter if its value comes out to be negative. If beta value comes out to be negative, we can say that the two surfactants which we mixed, S1 plus S2, two surfactants together, they have basically attractive interactions, or we can say there are less repulsions when we mix the two surfactants. So you have to remember, if beta is having a negative value, that means there are basically attractions between the surfactant 1 and the surfactant 2, which we mixed in a mixed micellization. So if beta is positive value, that means there are less attractions, or you can say greater repulsions upon mixing. When you add two surfactants, there will be more repulsions. You can take a simple example for this. Suppose you add two anionic surfactants, both having the negative charge. Obviously there will be repulsions between the ionic head groups. So that means for those cases beta will automatically come out to be negative. But these two surfactants should be different. They should not be the same. But having the head group having the negative charge. Okay. Now if you add positive and negative surfactants, that means cationic and anionic surfactants, there will be obviously attraction. So beta value comes out to be a negative value. That means there will be attraction between the two surfactants when they are mixed. Now if this beta value is equal to 0, this interaction parameter, this comes out to be 0. It indicates that there are no interactions upon mixing. You have added two surfactants together, there will be no interaction, or you can say no or little interaction between the two. Okay, so that means this interaction parameter can have value positive, negative and 0, and their values indicate what type of interactions are basically there. Okay, so now we will take the equation first again. When there is no interaction between two surfactants, that means beta will be 0, then the equation first, which we have already done, 1 upon, then that comes out to be this one. That means f1, in place of f1 and f2 you will replace it by simply by 1. It was divided by f1, it was also divided by f2, so you will simply replace that equation by simply multiplied by 1 multiplied by 1. So the equation comes out to be this one. This is a very important relation. This is also called, this equation is also called as Coulomb equation. Okay, it basically relates the mixture CMC with the individual CMC. That means it basically provides as a theoretical calculation. That means without doing experiments we can calculate the mixture of the CMC of if suppose surfactant S1, you will do this exercise at home, and S2, suppose it is a CMC, suppose 0.00 or 0009, suppose this is CMC 1, surfactant 1. Suppose we are adding now surfactant 2, it is CMC is 0.008, suppose. Now when you add these two surfactants, what will be the intermediate CMC? You can calculate by this equation. Simply suppose its mole fraction was 0.1. 0.1. You have to take, please do this at home so that you can get this equation. Take alpha is equal to 0.1. Take CMC 1 is equal to 0.0009 and CMC 2 is equal to 0.008 and calculate C1 to M. How to calculate? We will just transform these equations. Okay. So this equation is called as Coulomb equation. Now what we are doing here, we will just cross multiply. You have to simply cross multiply this to this to this, and C1M to C2M. You will get this type of equation. Now take to this the numerator and to this denominator same to this, and you will get the final equation for calculation of mixed CMC or mixed micellization. That means this equation, very important equation. You will get this type of equation. C12M will be equal to C1M, C2M, and these two terms. This equation is called as Coulomb equation. So I have given you homework how to calculate these values, or this mixed CMC, or you can say C12M, that means the intermediate CMC. So you can make a table. You can make a simple table here, and first take the CMC of surfactant 1 and CMC of surfactant 2 and calculate the intermediate CMC. Suppose its mole fraction is simply given by 0.1, what I have already given you an example. Please calculate that so that you will get this equation. This is sometimes also called C ideal. Remember this. This is also called C ideal, because we are not actually calculating or doing it by experiment. We are just calculating it using this equation, or you can say this is the CMC ideal. Now if we do an experimental setup, then we can find the CMC of the mixture using suppose conductometer or surface tensiometer. That will be the CMC experimental. I will show you a paper where CMC experimental and CMC ideal, or you can say that CMC ideal is given. Okay, so these equations basically help us to calculate the mixture of the CMC and where mole fraction is given of the individual surfactants. I will make one more this table so that you can do it at home. Suppose for practice purposes, please do, suppose this is alpha table 1, this is S1, this is S2 or CMC1. S2, okay, I am also running out of time, but you will calculate. This is, don't confuse it, this C1, this is C2, this is C12, that means mixture. Suppose it is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Okay, suppose take the surfactant 1 as 0.0009 and this as 0.008. Okay, for all these cases calculate C12M and also show what you will find, whether the CMC is greater or less than the individual ones. I hope you understand this lecture. Okay, thank you.